What's up, Juventini? We've got a short list of defenders coming from Corriere dello Sport with a new name to add to the mix. We will go through that. You've got clarification on one of the reports out of yesterday that has us feeling like faith is restored in management. Then you've got the injury report with one of our current players making a big and bold claim, and I love to hear it, and it's got me fired up. We're going to look at the latest with Pogba and a new young gun that could be en route to Juventus. Let's look at it all together right now. I'm Berto. This is the AJC channel dedicated to Juventus. It's November 15th. Let's rock with the news. But first, we've got to send out a birthday shout out to the one and only Paulo Dybala. All right, it is his birthday today, and we can't forget what a great player he was for Juventus and a champion he was with us. 293 appearances, 115 goals, 48 assists. He won 5 Scudetti, 4 Coppa Italias, and 2 Supercoppas with Juventus. So, tanti auguri go out to Paulo Dybala. Now, we get to the news. So, as far as the backline goes, we heard a short list yesterday that involved 5 defenders. Corriere dello Sport putting theirs out for Giuntoli today. That is 4 defenders. And they believe it's Jonathan Tah, Eric Dyer, Kiwior, and Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire. All right. No, in all seriousness, it would kill my Harry Maguire agenda ever since he signed that big contract at United. But I'm going to leave that one for all of you. You let me know what you think about that one in the comments. Now, as far as the back line goes, we know Cabal's injury. We get clarification on what Juve is going to get for compensation, and that is 1.7 million euros, so covering the remainder of the salary for the rest of the season. However, you don't actually get that money until the player returns. Kind of silly, but that is in fact how it's done. So they will get reimbursement once the player returns to training and on the pitch. As far as in the short term, who is going to be looked at immediately? Apparently it's going to be Rui. All right, so the latest reports suggest that Rui is going to be the one that'll get called upon when rest needs to be offered to Cambiaso and start to get more reps. We know that there's work to be done there, but his growth might be sped up, all right, and kind of forced to speed up. So let's see what happens there. But Rui apparently going to be the one, as he did impress Motta in training camp this season, and that's how he found himself with the squad. Let's see. As far as immediate injury reports, we've got this. Nico Gonzalez likely to be out for the Milan match as well. Douglas Luiz should be back in the squad list for that game, but we've got Cope Miners who comes out with a bold claim, and you love to hear it, everybody, all right? So he claims this: physically, I am getting back to shape. He claims, I haven't shown all my qualities yet, but now I am ready, and you will see it. Love to hear that, all right? Bold claim made by him, but leaders lead by example. He's got to back it up now. Talk is one thing, but now he's got to walk the walk. But I love to hear it, and I love the confidence he has in himself. And I've actually been happy with what I've seen out of Cope Miners. I am not one of the fans that thinks he hasn't done much of anything. I could definitely see what he brings to the table, and I think it's only a matter of time before the floodgates open, all right? But speaking of the midfield, a new young gun ready to enter the mix at Juventus? Maybe, okay? So the name is 20-year-old Kasper Urbanski from Bologna. Yes, Bologna. Thiago Motta highly regards this midfielder. He is a midfielder that could play pretty much anywhere in the middle of the park. Very versatile midfielder, which of course falls in line with what Motta likes out of his players. Now, the player has an option to sign at Bologna for another year to 2026. However, it's his option to take, and apparently the player and his entourage are looking at alternatives. Bologna would like to sign him until 2028 or 2029, but again, the player and his entourage are looking at alternatives. So Juve could potentially be on deck. Let's just take that name and put it in our back pocket and see if Juve does strike. In terms of one of the reports coming out of the news yesterday, and that was with Juve and January and what could be happen and signings. We heard that Imbangula could be sold. Well, our boy Mirko Di Natale puts that to rest, saying that there are zero intentions from Juventus to sell Imbangula in the January window, and we love to hear that. Like I said yesterday, it would just be way too soon, and we are not in a forced selling position, so I would hate it. So I love to hear that there are no intentions there. Paul Pogba today. Everybody, all the top dogs in the journalism world have stated it is done. The contract has in fact been terminated with Juventus. You could see Paul Pogba has unfollowed Juventus, so not the cleanest of situations. I overall would have liked to see us at least try to get something, anything out of a deal for the player, but Juve just wanted nothing to do with Paul Pogba any longer, and they have terminated. The official announcement is expected next week. You guys, you know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join our AJC Army. Make sure you're live with us tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, where we will cover all our opinions on all the news and take a look at the latest match with the Azzurri, having qualified for pot 1 for the World Cup qualifiers, all right? And then they've got France on Sunday. We're going to tackle it all together tomorrow. Hope to see you all there. But till tomorrow morning, as always, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Ciao tutti.